Hold on. There we go. We're back. We're back. Why is this so... It doesn't look very bright in here for some reason. There we go. A little better. It's cloudy. Cloudy. Was good, Chris. Was good. Hey, yo, Marco. Was that you on Bud's IG story chilling with Shaq? That was me. Can I see it? Can you take a screenshot? Because I didn't see it. But that was me. Let me see. Yeah, I met Bud. Just chilling with Bud for a second. Let's see. Crawford. Let's see his IG story. No. Don't see it. Is this it? Oh yeah, I believe this is it. Yep, that's it. That's me. I'm gonna record it. Hold on. All right. Anyway, yeah, that was me. Me chilling with Shaq. What up, Eon? Yeah, that was me. Canelo will hurt that guy. Let's see. Oh, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Instagram. Yeah, I just got back to talk to you guys. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Yeah, there's Shaq. There's me. That's right. I actually remember when Bud was doing that. He was on top of the roof looking at the skyline. I've been in that shit 1,000 times. Does it show me again or just the one time? Yeah, just once. All right. Bet. Yep, that's me and Bud. That was this morning. I just got back. Let me show you guys something. I'll show you guys something. Yeah, just got back. I don't know about that. Well, I don't want to give away too much, but the Canelo was up there, Shaq was up there, Bud was up there, Dana White was up there, and Tom Brady, who I met, who I don't like football, but I know he's like one of the best quarterbacks, right? Yeah, they were up there. All I can say is a little birdie told me that Netflix is going to be involved in this production. So Jake Paul will not be the only one on Netflix. I can't confirm it. But I am also trying my hardest to be involved in that whole thing. Somehow or another, I'm going to be involved in that whole thing. What did you say? Was that you was just with Bud and still replied to a message from my uncle? Huh? Oh, right. When I gave you the middle finger. Yeah, I was on the train when I did that. I was coming back. I heard that you too about Turkey going. I heard that too, but yeah, it seems to be true. It's cool too with Bud. So like Shaq introduces us, right? And Bud looks at me and he goes, "I know you." He gives me a pound, but then he like looks like I couldn't tell if he didn't like me or if that's just his personality. Like he knew who I was, which is dope, right? But he's like, but he was on his phone. Chuck's like, yo, this is what he goes. I know you. Back on his phone. So I don't know. I don't know if he's just a little, not the warm and fuzziest, cuddliest person, or if he just didn't. Maybe I said something he didn't like. I don't know. I mean, he didn't say anything, but that's what I'm saying, Eon. I mean, I'm down. I want to commentate this bitch. Look, no disrespect to Showbiz, but they bring his ass in. I could do so much better. So much better. Like, Showbiz is dope, but he's more like he's like a game show host. Right? I will connect with the people better and articulate the information and just I'm a better connector with the people. He's like a game show host. Like he has his lane, I have my lane. I think we should both be in our lanes. Bud doesn't fuck with content creators, so that's probably a good sign. What, did he said hello to me? I mean, Shaq introduced us. What's he gonna say? I mean, he didn't. You're right. He didn't have to say "I know you." He could have just been like, "What's up?" and ignored me. You got a dope picture of what? Showbiz is okay. A lot of his predictions aren't real. I'm gonna feel like what? Hold on, I want to try and record this thing. Can I? I think I can. Hold on, I want to try and yeah. Okay, I got it. Cool. Hold on. My bad. All right, I'm back. My bad. Yeah, so that was pretty dope. From hardcore's perspective, Showbiz is as BS Carnival Bark. He's like a game show host. But see, I'm not dissing him because I can't do that. So like the energy I have in my videos, he has that energy all the time and above. So I can't do all that. Yeah. A con artist? I don't know about that. How do I know Shaq? Through boxing, baby. Through boxing. I know him through boxing. Through boxing. Here you go. I'll show you guys something. You guys want to see something? Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. That was literally like 3 hours ago. Anyway, top of Rockefeller Center. It would be dope to see you in the Canelo versus Bud. Man, wouldn't it, Isaiah? Wouldn't it? All right, so here we go. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. All right. So what have I said? That was at the top of Rockefeller Center, Ian. On top of 30 Rockefeller Center. You ever hear that? It's at the top. It's like a famous. That's where they were doing. They did a little video with, and Shaq, asked a question, and he wanted me to write the question for him. So he asked a boxing question pertaining to the Canelo and Bud fight. And he asked me to write it for him. So, which is another reason why I was there. All right, so who have I told you guys I think is going to win between Bud and Canelo up to this point? What have I said? What have I said up to this point? Who do I think was going to win? Right. Who do you guys think? Right. So I might be changing my mind. Okay, so here we go. Mo, size matters. By the way, do I look a little dark? Is it slightly not that well lit in here? I feel like this looks darker than usual. Let me see if I can brighten it. Maybe it's the camera. No, the camera's on. Yeah, it's a little too bright. All right, fuck it. All right. So it's my beard. All right, so wait, hold on a second. 1 second. All right, my bad. All right. So here we go. So I've said that size matters, right? So now I was just with both these guys. I was just literally 2 hours ago, whatever, 3 hours ago, whatever it was. I was with Canelo and Bud. I might have to change my opinion, guys. I might have to change my opinion. Bud is visibly bigger than Canelo. He's taller. Now, he was wearing a puffy jacket, so I couldn't really see. But the motherfucker, Bud looked at least 2 inches taller than Canelo. His fucking head, looked bigger than Canelo's. Why does that matter? Because that's his skeletal structure. That means his body. Yo, Bud, you guys remember when that dude called in here and he was like, yo, what if I told you Bud was bigger than I thought? And then literally the next day, Bud puts out a picture of him being 185. Remember that? That motherfucker looks bigger than Canelo. So if he's bigger than Canelo, and again, I don't know if it's just, I would say, okay, he started bulking on, putting on weight to get ready. But his fucking skull, his head looked bigger than Canelo's. Like, meaning you don't, unless you're taking steroids, which I know he's not, your fucking skull doesn't bulk up when you lift weights. That's just your frame. That dude looked bigger than Canelo. So the only advantage Canelo had, in my opinion, the main advantage was size and power. And a chin. So now what if the advantage we thought he had, he doesn't? What if they're the same size? Bud looked fucking bigger. Bud looked bigger than Canelo in person, not but 2 hours ago. I was just in the city. I was just with both of them. And I'll tell you, Shaq was bigger than Bud and Canelo if you stacked them on top of each other like a fucking Lego. But that's a whole different story. Bud looked bigger. He looked fucking bigger, yo. Like, barely shorter than me. Like, probably this to me. What does this mean? The only thing left for me to try and understand, physiologically, biologically, how does a man go from fighting 135 to 147, just as little as what, like a year ago, year and a half ago? How does he go from being 147 to walking around at 185? Is he losing 40 pounds on the reg? Is that true? He's losing 40 pounds on the regular? I don't know. I might have to change my mind, people. Now, the Majimov performance wasn't stellar, right? But Canelo's wasn't, he had a couple not stellar ones either. This is getting more and more even. How tall you think I am? How tall you think I am based on this picture? How tall you think I am? How tall do I look? Remember, Shaq is 7'1". How tall you think I am? What you think? What you think? How tall is the kid? Shaq's 7'1", and this was just taken. So 5'8", 5'8". You think I'm 5'8"? You think I'm a foot and a half? Nah, I'm not 5'8". Try again. No, one more try. The average between Mike Golden, between this and this, is what I am. What's the average? What's the average between those two? That's what I am. The average of that. I'm a little above that, actually. I'm 5'11" and like a half. I wish I was 6'2". No, I'm 5'11" and a half. 8'3". But Canelo was smaller than Bud. And I don't just mean height, like body mass. Like body mass. Man, I fought, what did I fight at? 165, amateur, 168 pro. I was shocked. I was shocked. And I've met Canelo. Well, I shook his hand. I met him today, officially met him, but I've been around him before. Excuse me. I don't know, man. It's exciting, though. It's exciting, and I'm going to do everything in my power to be a part of that event. I mean, Shaq's going to help. I hope, man, I hope. Anything. Like, they want me to do videos about it, fine. Commentate, fine. Interview fighters, whatever the fuck you want me to do. Whatever. I met who today? I was with Shaq, Bud, Canelo, and Dana White today. And Tom Brady. I don't like football, but I guess he's big if you're into football. He used to carrying that much weight. Right. And it's like, I'll be at that Bud Nello fight. All right. I mean, I don't know where the fuck it's supposed to be at. I hope I'll be there in a professional capacity. Why interview racists like Tio and his dad? Do you condone racism? No, I do not condone racism. Thank you for asking, though. That half matter to us. 5'11" and half guys don't matter. Huh? Oh, yeah, right. To us, it matters. Well, I just say 5'11". I don't say 5'11" and a half. Because it's, I used to say 6 feet. Then I'm like, you know what? Let me be real. I'm not 6 feet. Was Canelo and, they did an interview. They were sitting with each other. They gave each other a pound. Goodbye. Shaq made a joke like, yo, break it up. But it was all friendly. They were all being cool. That's how true professionals carry themselves. Not like in each other's faces. And at that level, you don't need to do all that. Their fight stirs up enough anticipation and ticket sales. Just them fighting alone does that. They don't need to be all in each other's faces and fucking doing all that crap. Tio isn't even racist. Yeah, I don't know why this guy's saying that. He's just, I don't know. He's been in here before, though. He's cool, Starline. I don't know why I said that. Maybe. Yeah, you don't have to like him. I don't have to like him either. But, I interview. That's what happens. Word. Chris, what up? A few years ago, Bud showed himself weighing 170. This was early on when he first got to. There you go. Okay, so that's interesting. So he's dropping 23 pounds. 23 pounds is one thing. But that's a lot of weight. I guess that's what they do, though, man. I guess that's what they do. So either I wonder what Canelo walks around at. I can't imagine Canelo walks around at more than 170, 182. Like, they probably walk around the same weight. Maybe Canelo just has more muscle mass naturally, so it's harder for him to drop. Whereas Bud has less. I don't know. I don't understand it, how he could lose so much weight. I don't know. I'd have to talk to him about it. That fight you posted with Rolly and Ryan, was that free fight? Huh? What fight did I post with Rolly and Ryan? What you mean? I took a piss next to Shaq when I cooked at Soul Food Restaurant in 1997. Okay, cool. I'm glad you shared that with us.
Tutti frutti, tutti frutti, tutti frutti, tutti frutti.
Will Canelo be a bigger favorite over Skull than Tank was this past weekend? Great fucking question. Maybe about even. Maybe Tank might have even been a bigger favorite because he's now more in. Tank is more of a knockout puncher than Canelo is now because Canelo hasn't, since he moved up, he hasn't had as many knockouts. Nah. Yo, Isaiah, I'm telling you right now, I saw this dude today. There's no fucking way he's anywhere near 200. I give him 175 tops. Tops. Now, look, one thing I will say on both of them, Bud too, they were wearing jackets, right? And puffy jackets because it's cold. So it was hard to see, you know what I'm saying? But just based on Bud looked for sure about 175, 180, and Canelo looked about the same. Canelo might have even been lighter. Canelo looked about 165 to me, actually. But that's not possible. Probably, yeah, they're probably both about once. Canelo's probably like 170, 175, and Bud's probably was about 180, 180. I think Bud looked bigger. But Bud's fucking melon. His cabbage was just bigger. He just looked like he had a bigger frame of an individual. Spence and Bud were visibly drained. That's a fact. If Bud can fight like he did against Postal, he can outbox Canelo fairly. Oscar, by the way, appreciate you for the super chat yesterday. I'm sorry I didn't read it while I was live. I just got kind of into the interview. I apologize, but I appreciate you. Appreciate you very much for this super chat. How much weight did you drop, Marco, when fighting? I didn't drop. That's the thing, Oscar. I was not a high-level pro, right? So I never had to drop any weight. The one time I remember ever worrying about weight, ever, was one of my last amateur fights. I had to be 165, and I was like 165 and a half, 166. I always fought at what I walked around at. Now, if I would have been a competitive pro, high level, fighting a lot, I probably would have gotten down to 160 for sure. Shit, possibly even 154. Man, I would have been sleeping dudes at 154. I was sleeping them at 65. Forget about 64, 54. Forget it. But no, I never cut weight. Just one time I remember having to struggle a little bit. Other than that, I always fought at what I was in shape, comfortable at. I know Bud has the skills, just worried about the punch. Exactly. Can he take it? Can he take it? We know Canelo can take it. Course grader. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Where are you from, Oscar? Oscar Logrono. I have a good friend named Oscar. I don't know his last name, though. Maybe I do. He's Bolivian. I mean, American, but Bolivian. I forget his last name. Yeah, man. So I am starting to really change my opinion on this Crawford and Bud fight. Crawford and Canelo fight. I think Bud will be able to take it. He's gonna be bigger, so I'm sure he's gonna be able to absorb lots of punches. But I would say Bud is gonna stand in front of Nello. Saw the post of you and Shaq. Spill the news. Or did you see check Crawford's story? You see me on that too. Bud has shown no reason to believe he can't take a punch. I'm with you. That Mean Machine knockdown was bullshit. Mean Machine kind of shoved him. I did a whole video on it. That was not a knockdown. He's been hurt once for 7 seconds against Gamboa, and yep, exactly. The Mean Machine was not a knockdown. Canelo's going to have to hit Bud with the ring post to knock him out of there. I don't respect Bud, so what happened? You don't respect him? Why not? What's wrong with Bud? What did he do to you? Except knock out everybody for the last 10 years, except for his last fight. which was close. He won, but it was close. Oh, shit. Yo, let me tell you something. And you're going to get a fucking wrench. First of all, for the super chat and for being from NYC. You're getting a wrench right now, my man. Because anybody who super chats consistently or nice super chats, I want all NYC dudes to make me aware we are all brothers. NYC dudes are brothers. NYC. I trained at Morris Park, so you're from the Bronx. Did you know Nelson Cuevas? He was up there for a while. He's trained me for a little bit. Aaron Superman Davis he owns it now? Superman does? Oh shit. I was at the gym. So you're older. What are you, my age? You're in your 40s? His ego. Yeah, but Armor Pilates, because you love doing Pilates. Ego is also what sparks that competitive streak and probably what makes him a great fucking fighter. Don't you think? I think it's a bad idea to jump 2 weight classes and fight Canelo. Well, it's happening. It's happening. I was at a press conference for it today, or at a event. I don't even know what it was called that I was at. What the fuck? I thought you were with Shaq. I was with Shaq. What you mean? It's a weird thing to say. Not only was I with Shaq, Oscar, go check Terrence Crawford's stories. You'll see me with him too. Go check it. 38. Oh, you're 10 years younger than me. You're a fucking baby. Forget about, what do you say? Tell that baby to get in my belly. Anybody know what that's from? Canelo has not taken repeated precise blows that Crawford throws, so we don't know. He's taking them from harder punchers and bigger guys. But you're right, we don't know. I used to like Bud, but when he gave Errol beating after, he acted different. What you mean? How do you act any different? Since now you're cool. I'm not cool. I'm not cool. Like, first off, I don't even know if he liked me. The way he reacted, I couldn't tell. So we've met, but that doesn't make us we're not like buddies. So no. Thank you, Drummond. What's up, Anthony? Yeah, check Bud's check Terrence Crawford's IG story now. You'll see me and Shaq chilling with him. Well, not with him, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I'm not so sure who's going to win this fight now, guys. It just made it very interesting. Pretty Boy Floyd versus Sugar Ray Leonard. Who wins and how? I got Sugar Ray Leonard. He started to say he was the best ever. Yeah, you can't say that. I don't think any fighter should. But Ali said it. It was okay when he said it. He had way more charisma. True. Why? Why what, Jose? What are you asking? Why what? Talk to me. Why is so few people in here? Is Ness live or something? Probably is. That's good though. Fuck it. 40. I'm going to keep building. I don't want to rely. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to compete with anybody, but I also want to have my own lane. So, what you think about the boxing league? I hope to be a part of it. Big news coming soon, hopefully. I'm not worried about Bud's chin. I'm worried if he can stand all the arm. Nah. That arm punch doesn't do shit. I was just at an event, a press conference with Canelo and Shaq and Bud and Dana White. Canelo will put the Beats by Dre on Crawford. That's what I thought initially, Isaac. But I was just with both of them. Literally, a couple hours ago. And Crawford looks bigger. That's right, rewind. Bigger than Canelo. Made me really, really wonder what the fuck's going to happen in this fight. Everyone making those highlight watcher jokes about to feel dumb as fuck. Anybody who really believes I'm a highlight watcher is just a Ness minion. Like anybody with a brain knows that somebody with as much knowledge in boxing as me and as much all the videos, I couldn't possibly just be a highlight. It's just so stupid. Anybody who's in a boxing chat every day, even if I didn't have my own chat, if I was just in the chat every day, couldn't just be a highlight watcher. It's ridiculous. So anybody who really believes that is really either a little stupid, like a couple sandwiches short of a picnic, or just a Nest minion. Or doesn't like me, maybe. So they want to say rude things. Didn't you see Callum Smith arm against Canelo? They definitely... Yeah. I just don't think... it wasn't a press conference. It was like an interview. They filmed an interview. So I don't know when it's going to be released. I'm not in it. Like, I'm not in the actual interview. I helped Shaq come up with some questions, though. Crawford will get annihilated at 168. He should have avenged his boy Nelson against Pacheco. But does that really matter? Does what really matter? Is that fight happening? Which one? Yeah, it's happening. I was just at a fucking an event for it. I don't know why Ness said that about you. He claimed the fans wouldn't like that you don't watch. He likes fucking with people. That's his thing. And it's an ongoing joke. It's all in fun. I'm called a casual boxing groupie. That's because they don't like my take. Right. Well, that's what people do too. If you don't like somebody's take, that's the biggest thing in these rooms. You're called a casual. That's like the equivalent of a man calling another man a little bitch in real life. Like, that's like the ultimate insult to your manhood. To your boxing manhood is to be called a casual. What's up, Rob? Robbie Rob. Robert England. Robadocious. What up, blood? What's cracking? So, I just don't know after seeing them, man. That shit really made me like, wow. Wow. Canelo was like so much shorter than I remembered. I'll tell you one thing about him. He had super white teeth. His shits were like gleaming pearls. Super white. He must have just had them done. Or maybe they've always been like, I don't know. But his shits were white as hell. Maybe insecure. I was like, I don't care how bad Bud beat Spence. He's still one of my favorite fighters. Huh? If Canelo don't get a pass, that's what I'm saying. I do not like this skull speed bump. I don't like it. And you know what, though? Real talk, you're kind of wrong. It could still happen. Point in case, you ready? Zab Judah loses the undisputed belts to Carlos Baldemir, but still fights Floyd Mayweather afterwards. They set it up. He fought Baldemir, who was supposed to get annihilated because he was a journeyman, basically. But he wins. And Zab and Floyd still fight. And, mind you, Floyd whooped Zab whooped Floyd's ass for the first 4 or 5 rounds and got a knockdown that wasn't called. And then lost. But if that knockdown counted, that fight could have been a draw. But not on the scorecards because the judges actually had it way more lopsided. But the fans had it, him winning 4 or 5. If he won 5, it's a draw. If he only won 4, then he still loses. What's up, Joe? What do you think Bud has to do differently on the fight night? Marco, you're a good analyst and fair. Respect. Appreciate you. I don't know what he has to do because now, after being around Bud and Canelo today, after chilling with them and seeing them together, but also seeing the size difference. Now, look, Bud might have been wearing maybe I looked at his kicks. They look like normal kicks. They might have been thicker. I don't know. But he had at least 2 inches on Canelo in height. And he looked like he looked at least 10 pounds heavier than Canelo. At least. Taller and heavier. And longer arms, of course. You saw me with Shaq? Word. Check out Terrence Crawford's Instagram story. I'm on there with him too. Yeah, Shaq's a big dude. Makes you look like a midget, Jevon. Canelo will show Crawford and Tank how to bust open a cherry the right way. That sounds extremely pornographic. What up, Newberg? What's up, Surly? That inactivity and fighting Canelo's versus it will hurt him. Okay. They saying Bud Canelo. Yeah. I was just there. Dana White was there, which means it's going to be on TKO because Dana White was there, and I believe it's going to be on Netflix. This is all breaking news for me. I don't know for sure. I can't confirm anything. It's just something I heard. And nobody told me not to say anything. So if they did, I would keep my mouth shut. Nobody told me don't say anything. So I hope I'm not, violating anything I shouldn't have said. But nobody told me don't say anything. And nobody official even told me about it. It's just something I heard. Everyone has a plan until that power hits you. Well, guys, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Get my work as I listen. Marcos Littman. What's up? Yeah, but could Bud go up to 175 and fight like Canelo? Great question. He didn't look that great at 54. He didn't look bad. He didn't look dominant. And that's the thing. People believe if you're going to beat Canelo at 68, you should be looking dominant at 54 at least, right? But he didn't. But that doesn't mean anything. He could still come back and be super dominant. Case in point, Lamont Roach loses to Jamel Herring and then goes up in weight and beats Tank. Yeah, I'm working on some things. Yeah, I guess Givon's not fighting him. I don't know. You could ask him here. He could answer it. Why would Bud go to 175? Yeah, he's not. Damn, you were with Bud and Canelo today? Bud, Canelo, Shaquille O'Neal, Tom Brady, and Dana White. All of them. Did a little birdie mention what day it might happen? What? The same Bud that fought Madrimov will be the same guy that fights Canelo. Well, if that's the case, but I'm not so sure that's going to be the case. And mind you, this Bud is also bigger. Just seeing the pic with you and Shaq. I'm short? How tall do you think I am? Shaq's 7'1". So how tall do you think I am if you think I'm short? Because I bet you I'm taller than you think, and I'm probably taller than you. Bud ain't look good at 154. He didn't look great. He didn't look dominant. No, I agree. Yeah, Brady too. I don't like football though, so to me it doesn't matter. Brady was fucking skinny as shit, by the way. Bud is going to gas out. Nah, no, he's not. CYP was bigger? What you mean? If Short Madrimov can make Bud look average, then damn good. That's what I'm thinking, but Shaq McSally. I know. You know how big Shaq is? Who said that I'm short? Yeah, he didn't answer. How tall do you think I am then? Spit it out. And how tall are you? Because I'm probably taller than you. I'm taller than most Americans. Because I know the average American height for an American. I'm taller than most Americans. You need to overthink it. No need to overthink it. It's going to be. How do you know that? Been watching Bud since the Gamboa fight, and he looked a lot bigger than I expected when he fought Spence. Can't believe not that much. He was at least 2 inches taller when I just saw him. What up, Ryan? I just came back from a fun event with Canelo and Bud, and Bud was at least 2 inches taller than Canelo when I just saw him, and I would say he looked 10 to 20 pounds heavier. And his fucking head, his structure of his skull, not that he's fat, was bigger than Canelo's. He looked like a bigger guy. Telling you guys. You're 5'11", I'm 5'9". So why the fuck you think I'm short? Dipshit. The weight will play a factor. Yeah, I don't know. Here's what makes me fucking think, though. How did Bud drop 30, 40 pounds every fight, if that's what he walks around at? I mean, he is a crazy dude in terms of how he locks in for fights, his intensity, his motivation, all that, his focus. So maybe that's just what he did. But how are you losing 30 or 40 pounds every fight? and without that hurting you. But if that's what it is, that's what it is. Oh, snap, Canelo, Bud, New York. So are you? Now, I was doing something else. Bud was Ryan. Go to Bud's Instagram story right now. You'll see me on there. I was there with Shaq, and Bud is 2 inches taller than Canelo in person. And again, I'll say it again: 2 inches taller. I would say 10 to 20 pounds heavier. Appearing. And his skull structure, his body frame, he just looks like a thicker, he has just a more bone density. That's just what it looked like in person. So, no, he doesn't. Bomac said they started heavy weight training for size after Spence. Okay. A good little guy never beat a good big guy. Well, but that's the thing, Cologne. What if Bud isn't a little guy? What if he's not the little guy we think? What if they're both the little guys? Or they're both the big guys? Maybe Tank on something with saying Snack and Bud or something. Nah. I doubt. I look, I don't know. Anything's possible, but Bud seems like he would rather take a bullet than fucking cheat. Like, I think Bud he's so prideful. Like, I was like that too. How does Bud move faster at 168? Oh, no. I mean, you could. Nah, he's only putting. It's only 20 pounds from 147. Putting on 20 pounds isn't like the big. It's not going to slow him down like a sloth. Not the biggest deal. Canelo's neck muscle and jaw density looks bigger than. Not in person. Not in person. Telling you. Maybe his neck. Maybe the neck is a little wider, but telling you. I don't believe that because Mendoza dropped the Towering Inferno. This fight suddenly got very interesting to me. There's a bunch of reasons I was glad I went, but that's one of them. I never would have thought that. Never. I was like, this fucking dude. I thought he was going to be like a little guy, Crawford. He's not like huge. Like I would say 2.5 inches shorter than me, maybe 3. So yeah, like 5'9", 5'8.5", 5'9". He's somewhere around that height. Canelo looked like 5'7". He might be on gear. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Bud could win, but I don't think he has enough power. Well, he won't hurt him, probably, but you don't have to hurt him to beat him. You just have to hit him. Bud fights 154, walks around 186. Yeah. Well, he fights at 168 now because that's what he's priming himself up to do. So Canelo stopping Bud in front of 50 million people on Netflix. Nice. It would be more than 50 million. How many watched? Well, yeah, Tyson and Jake Paul are going to get bigger numbers. How many people watched Tyson and Jake Paul again? Was it 50 million? And it was households, not people, right? We know Canelo is small for the weight class. He is small. Canelo, I believe, is a 160-pounder naturally. I believe that. Crawford fought his career as a weight bully, 2 different levels. Oh, get out of here. No, he didn't. I mean, technically, if he's walking around 185, maybe. But you make the weight, you make the weight. I don't believe that. I don't believe in weight bully. How does 38 move up so fast, become stronger, faster, and athletic? Oh, boy. Here we go. 60 million? Okay. 86 million? Stacking of gloves while Bud wins. Oh, come on. You guys with these fucking conspiracy theories. Bud have to resist Canelo pressure to win the fight. Well, yeah, that's a fact. It should go 12 decision. We're going to see. Like, who knows what's going to happen? Who the fuck knows? We're going to see. I'm just worried about William Skull coming in and fucking everything up. Very unlikely, but it's boxing. But again, they could go along with the fight anyway. Unless William Skull beats the living shit out of Canelo, then they'll just put Skull. Turkey will be like, all right, how about everybody will want to see it. It's hard to tell because they're both the best. So did they have a press? No, it wasn't a press conference. It was an interview event. Shaq was doing an interview. He was asking questions. He had me help him write some of the questions for him. And I guess Shaq and Tom Brady, I suppose, were, and maybe Dana White, I guess, or maybe Dana was just being, I couldn't hear it because they had people move away. It was on a roof. There was windy. It was outside. It was not the best setup. So I didn't really hear what the questions were. They thought Bivol was a cherry. Yeah, because they didn't think he's a hard puncher. So anybody who's not a hard puncher is a cherry pick in people's eyes. Nah, man, I'm going to be working with them, I hope. I really hope. I would provide them with the most excellent content and cinematographic excellence. Skull's an extremely underwhelming fighter. Yeah, I know. That's one fight. I've seen his. Look at Skull's highlights though. Motherfucker looks good. If you look at his highlights, you want to look at one fight where he struggled. Look at all the rest where he fucking. You know what I'm saying? Skull has some shit in him. That's like saying watch Roach versus Herring only. Nah, watch his other shit. Superman, what up? Yo, Superman. I was just up in NYC, baby. You missed it. I was chilling with Canelo, Crawford, Shaq. You missed it. You're in Brooklyn though, right? So salute. What's up, Rodriguez? Big head for a person to have doesn't look good, and you don't understand what. I get what you're saying, but nah. When Bud stops Canelo, that's gonna blow. Oh shit! What part? What part, Cologne? What part? All NYC. We got a farm like Voltron. What part are you from, baby? What part? What part? Tell me. And your age. Because there's a chance. This is why I ask. I'm not trying to fucking collect his information for the feds. There's a chance that if he's my age and whatever part he's from, we could have gone to school together and not even known it. That's why I usually ask. They were doing an interview for the Crawford Canelo fight. It was Turkey Al Sheikh was doing like filming a little interview piece for it. What's up, Victor? Oh shit. See? We're definitely gonna go to the same school unless you went to school in Manhattan. But my father was from Queens. I used to be in Flushing, Astoria, and Jackson Heights all the time growing up. Get the likes up. Yeah, man. We got 70 people in here. And how many likes? 2? 47. My age. Oh shit. You didn't go to school in Manhattan, did you? Because we could have totally been in the same schools. Yeah, it was dope. Roach 175. That's about right. Corona, the Beat Nuts, baby. You know the Beat Nuts? They're about our age. Now they're a little older than us. Shaq has enough pull to get. He said he's gonna try. Yeah, Corona's in Queens. What you talking about? I'm putting money on Bud by split. I might have to lean towards Bud. Fuck. Hopefully, if I start working with them, I'll be able to see them train more. I'm telling you, if I could see them train in person, they hit in the back, then I'll be able to predict it. That's all I need. I got to see them with their shirts off. Okay.
Tutti frutti.
But just see what they're really what their frames are like. See if there's really a size difference, and then see how they're punching. And when I do all that, I'll be able to get a way better analytical perspective. Bud wins, and y'all gonna be shocked how easy Bud. I've heard that before. I'm not. It's possible because you can't argue that's possible because look what he did to Spence. Yeah, that was in my barbershop all the time. Psycho Les. Say, is that interview going to be on YouTube? No, it's probably going to come out on. I don't know where it's coming out. Check Turkey Al Sheikh. Canelo ain't stopping Bud the cat. Marco meets Bud. Therefore, it's me seeing him. seeing how big he is. Because the only advantage I think Bud had, the only advantage Bud had, or the only advantage Canelo had, was his size. Now, if that's taken away, which it sure the fuck looked like it, that's what it is. Canelo has a chin and power. I like Bud. Well, Vernon, I was just telling people, I was just with both those guys, and Bud is a lot bigger than we think. Bigger than Canelo. I mean, I went to school in Queens. Oh, yeah, all right, so there's no way we went to school together. Go listen to the shorts. Canelo was landing on Charlo compared to the shots, but right. That's a good point. Okay, I like that. So maybe you're right. I'm not saying for sure. I'm just saying now I got to really question. Like, I'm not sold on Canelo winning now. Now I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure now. You take away Canelo's biggest advantage, his size, what you got left? Why don't none of the snack? Well, Marco, they could be the same size. It wouldn't. Yes, but if somebody is main advantage is their size and their power, and then that's not there, that's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying it is. Like, maybe Canelo still is bigger. Like, they both had jackets on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 100% saying, you know what I'm saying? But it appeared so. But remember, appeared so. I need to see more before I could tell you for sure. Blue Blood wasn't a Bud fan until Bud checked in person. What you mean? Juju was there. Juju. All right. Marco trying to sell the fight. No, I'm not, but not a bad idea. Don't matter. Canelo has dropped bigger fighters. Oh, yeah. Yeah. True. But Crawford shit might be coming like a true middleweight as well. That's what we have to consider. It didn't look like it against Madrimov, but, I'm just saying this made it spicy. Canelo, but Bud did look slower, less powerful at 54. He did, but it could have just been against a very tricky fighter. I'll tell you one thing, Virgil looked better against Madrimov than Bud did, but styles make fights. That doesn't mean that one's better than the other one, but that is what happened. Canelo got world-class timing. Absolutely. So does Bud, though. He had to land, though, Amir Khan. Well, yeah. Amir Khan's had some of the fastest hands in history, though. Damn, you guys, the super chat goal is not getting met today. Good Lord, people. Good Lord. The fact that Crawford couldn't significantly hurt Madrimov leaves me to believe that maybe he couldn't hurt Canelo. Who's hurt Madrimov, though? Well, Canelo is not going to get hurt. Very unlikely, because we see his chin against bigger guys. Like, Crawford might walk around 185, but he's definitely not naturally bigger than Kovalev, who is 6'1" or whatever he was, So I don't think Crawford's hurting Canelo. I don't think that's anything that we're really. It's more, can Canelo hurt? Is Canelo as big as we think? Will his punches, will his physical strength be as overpowering as we think it will against Crawford, if he's actually bigger than we think? Remember, we had that guy call in here. Remember that? He goes, I know Crawford. I grew up with him, whatever. I'm telling you he's 180. What if he's bigger than you guys think? I'm telling you he's 185. I'm like, yeah, okay. Next day, Bud posts a picture of weighing himself in at like 186. Just saying. What up, fallback? Let's also watch these next dev fights. Let's watch these boots fights. Huh? CJ supposedly makes good money, but only sent $2. Leave CJ alone. Canelo's left hook made 200-pound man touch his shoulder in his last fight. That's true. Crawford is taking that payday, and he deserves it. Crawford paid his dues. Yep. He can hurt Crawford. Probably, but He has to land. But if Bud can't hurt Canelo, it won't be too difficult. What's up, blood? Canelo via feint left hooks from. I'm telling you, man, it's made this fight so interesting for me. Seeing them in person like that. So interesting. I really hope I get hired on so I can go and just watch, see what is, see them actually work and get a real idea for the size. If Bud wins, he should retire. I agree. I'm not sure he will, but I agree. None, zero chance that was Bud's alt account. Huh? Canelo's overhyped? Really? Yep, it's all good, but the blueprint is out on these guys. What's the blueprint, Superman? Break it down. Canelo doesn't have to land properly. He can land anywhere. Nah, I don't agree with that. Bud versus David Benavidez is next. Nah, now you guys are wilding out. Float like a butterfly. Sting like a bee. What's your thoughts about his fans calling him top one of all time if he beats Canelo? No. But, I mean, there's an argument for him being an all-time great in the list, not one of all time, in my opinion, because you have guys who just, guys who essentially went 129 and oh, well, he lost once, Sugar Ray Robinson, but you can't compare these guys to the guys of old who were fighting. I mean, Mike Tyson fought like 18 times in his first year being a pro. And that's in the 80s. Before that, guys were fighting once a week. Once a week, some of these guys were fighting. Sugar Ray Robinson was fighting like once a week. Hey, Marco, do you think Crawford weighs? I was just with them, DeAndre. You could check Bud Crawford's IG story. You see me up in there with him. I was just with him and Canelo. You missed everything we're talking about. Canelo, in person, brace yourself for this one because I'm shocked, looked smaller than Bud Crawford. Crawford looked bigger than Canelo in person. Height and body mass and skeletal structure. What's up, Michael? Chilaquiles. So that's all I'm saying, but isn't for his Dev, Boots, Tank, all these guys, Boots, Endeavor, susceptible to left hooks. Okay. Bud wins, he will become 6th division. Yeah, that's wild. Crawford should have been 154, 160 a long time ago. Well, I guess. But if he made it, he made it. You know what I'm saying? Do you think back in the day there wasn't enough competition as there is now? I think every era went through its ups and downs, its ebbs and flows of having stacked divisions and having dead divisions. There was a point back in the day where it was more than now, but there was a point back in the day where it was less than now. But I wish I was on somebody's payroll, Alberta. You know that. I have Canelo's exact measurements, but I am more chiseled and probably a harder puncher. Okay. While Crawford undoubtedly is a gifted fighter, he is not without his vulnerabilities. True. He has shown tendency to start slowly in fights, and he could costly be. Canelo starts slowly too, though. I just saw a picture of you and Shaq. Y'all could be brothers. Couldn't tell the difference. Check Bud Crawford's Instagram story. You see me and Shaq too. That's funny. If Bud can walk around at 186, why doesn't he fight David? That's a great question. Words can't tell me. I watch Crawford struggle with the email champ. Okay. Whatever you say. We all know the spoilers. He was waiting to put the Dre beats on Spence. Yeah, he put the beats on Spence like Dr. Dre stockholder. Canelo too flat-footed. Bud beats him in the southpaw stance by stoppage. Damn. Stoppage? A dude who's never even been down? Oh, wait, didn't he go down once? No, never been down. He's getting stopped now? Okay. Bud a weight bully and Chinny. Disagreed. Not Chinny. Weight bully, I don't think that's a thing. You should ask him why he doesn't fight David and Bivol for undisputed. Right. Well, maybe I will if I ever get an interview. Where is your favorite spot to go back? I don't really go back there anymore. Real talk. Now that's a granite chin. Yeah. Titanium. Stoppage. Okay. What's up, Unact? Ryan Garcia is going to knock your bald head out. It's a very weird thing to say, but okay. Tavon. What are you laughing at, Tavon? What's so funny? Crawford's defensive style, while effective against smaller fighters, relies heavily on upper body movement and reflexes. I'm with you. If he maintains the in the pocket and the parrying defense he has against Canelo, I think that'll be bad. But he probably won't do that. Why people complain about Canelo's flat foot like it didn't make him? Good point. I will send a super chat if you ever interview him about that question. Oh, thanks. How about you just send one because you support, punk? The anti-Bud Cobras chat is, yeah. I'm excited that I saw what I saw today because it makes the fight a little more, because come on, when we first heard the fight, even Bud, when it first was brought up to him, he was like, nah, man, there's weight classes. Come on. That's what we all thought. So now it's making me think like, oh, this one might actually be a little more of a pick'em competitive fight than I thought. So that's what I'm excited about it. And I was surprised to see how big Bud was. Well, he's not huge, but I thought he was a fucking 150-pound dude. I don't see Bud lasting 12 rounds. Real talk, Spence was never elite. I mean, come on. He was fucking beating everybody. How could he not be elite? Hope you get like Nessa and make at least 100 on a real bad day on YouTube. Okay. Even Bomac said Spence is not a Hall of Famer. Well, I don't get why you guys sometimes do that. You saying even Bomac, like his some authority, his word is some authority. He's the fucking opposing coach. Marco, you picked Mike Tyson to beat Jake. Come on now. I did. But that's not my fault. The Mike Tyson that fought Roy Jones, which was only 4 years earlier, and the only thing any of us had to go on, that Tyson would have beat Jake Paul. Just a Tyson came out with no knees. The motherfucker couldn't stand. I think his knees were shot. When we haven't actually seen Canelo bigger than the opponent. Real talk, Spence didn't fight a Triple G. Why would he? Triple G was a middleweight. Spence was a 47-pounder. Why you guys keep saying real talk? Are you talking to a guy named Real Talk in here? I'm very confused. Oh, yeah, you are Real Talk. Okay. You know, some people be like, yo, real talk, blah, blah, blah. Like, I thought you guys first were like, you know what I'm saying? Slanging it. Slick Nick, what up? I missed it. What happened today to change your opinion on Bud's chances? I was at an event with Canelo and Bud and Dana White and Shaquille O'Neal. They were doing a filming. It was some kind of interview they were filming for the Crawford and Canelo fight. And I saw them both in person, chilled with them, met them. And Spence and Crawford, brace yourself for this one, Slick Nick. Crawford in person, they did both have puffy jackets on, granted, but he looked bigger than Canelo. Looked taller, looked 10 to 20 pounds heavier, and even his body frame, his skeletal structure, looked denser, looked bigger. So that's what changed my mind. Well, not changed it. I'm not changing my opinion just yet, but it's really making me consider shit differently now. Alberto making dumb takes. Well, yeah, that happens sometimes. Sean Porter came out of retirement to fight Bud, and his dad said he wasn't motivated. Okay. Marco, real talk, baby. Yep, real talk, because I'm a real bad man.
Real bad man.
Me and you are like I have a bias, and I can admit that at least. You can? This is the first time you've ever done that. I've never heard you admit a bias. You must be drunk. Has the fight been official? Yeah, it's official. It's official. Errol not quite elite. Errol's elite. Was elite. Oh shit, big shit. See, first super chat of the day and the only one. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves, but that's fine.
Thank
Big
you,
shout.
come again.
Big
Thank you, come again.
D. Russell, appreciate you, big dog. Everybody that fought Bud say he's hard to hit. People say Canelo's easy to hit. Bud gonna shock the world against a master. Well, I don't know if you were listening, PD, what I just said, but I just met the dude. I was just chilling with both those dudes. And Bud is a bigger man overall, or at least appears to be so. Not way bigger, but bigger, a little bigger. And that's significant because we all thought Canelo's bigger, and that was his fucking main advantage. Bud struggled against a guy with 10 fights. Canelo better not cheat and take. Ooh. Madrimov's coach said Canelo will beat him. Bud was getting caught over and over with the right hand from Israel. He was, repeatedly. I know. I thought it wasn't the best performance. 1 second, guys. Hold it down. My bad. My bad. All right, we're back, baby. Southpaws are susceptible to the right hand. Yep, they are. But what about if you're a switch hitter? Canelo never been the bigger guy. He always small guy. That's true too. Geo to God, what up? I don't know why I just see Canelo knocking out Bud viciously because unlike Charlo, that is yeah, that's possible. But Geo, I was just around them, and Canelo does not look like he's the bigger man. He actually looks like he's slightly smaller. So what Canelo can't move nowhere near the Madrimov, never could never, will be all y'all banking on that. I'm ready to bet all y'all. Damn. So bet them. Fuck it. For what Alberto, all right. Do you believe Bud will still be able to perform at the level he does normally at that weight? I mean, I don't know. It's such a conundrum, right? We got somebody who apparently drops 30 to 40 pounds for every fucking fight his whole career and does it well. And now suddenly, he's fighting at a heavier weight. So I don't really know what to make of it. Like, how could, 30, 40 pounds, or maybe I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know his history. That's what's making this fight so interesting. Canelo literally switches game plan. Let Bud come out. I just want to see how much knowledge you have. All right. Big shout to my man from Canada. 5 memberships. You are the man. See, Canadians are always the most polite, greatest people. Except those fucking dipshits with that Toronto accent. You know what I'm talking about? Tutu's my war fam. You a Gerbert. You miskeen fam. Those dudes are fucking whacked out, but you're a good dude. Just don't ever say, Tutu's my word fam. You miskeen Gerbert. All right. Sorry. Anybody ever watch those videos too? It's like a fucking train wreck. Like, it's so annoying, but I can't stop watching. My man. Appreciate you, Ryan. Calzaghe versus Canelo in their prime. Calzaghe probably. Bud loses. All right, let me go down here a little bit. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Oh, my man Ike. Sorry, I missed you. Big shout to my man Ike hitting me with 5 pounds. Why I like that is because a pound is worth more than $1 because our economy's fucked. This country's not doing well. Appreciate you, Ike. Marco, you misunderstand when people say Canelo is bigger. Okay, let's hear this. Meaning he has fought consistently at a higher weight, not size or height. Well, no, Ike, not necessarily. People, including myself, have looked at him and also just assumed that he has a bigger frame. He's a pit bull. He has a thicker neck. His body frame looked thicker and bigger than Bud's at first glance. But in person, it did not. I bet Smart, UD, they're speaking patois. That's not patois, man. That's like a mix. I get it. It's a Jamaican. It sounds like Jamaican, but then they go high in their voice. Hey, tutu's my word, fam. Like, why do they go high? They throw in some Jamaican, but it's British too. It's fucking weird. It's like British, Jamaican, Mickey Mouse helium. Goofy. Marco, but I fight at 130. I could lift and get to 147 even though I'm bigger. Okay. Well, we're talking about somebody who's losing 30 or 40 pounds throughout his whole career to make weight. Every fight. But switch hitting could be the difference in the fight. Agreed. There's a crucial advantage against Canelo, who, while exceptionally well-rounded, thrives on opponents who settle particular. Okay. I like that. Mean Machine did not buzz him, Alberto. He did not buzz him. Would you like me to show the video? He pushed him down with his shoulder. I did a whole video on it, slow-moed it and everything. Mean Machine did not. Kimbo, I believe, hurt him for a second, but that's it. Not Mean Machine. Do I happen to watch who? Huh? Believe it or not, the fight will be closer than many think. I wouldn't be surprised. Good point. I want to see Canelo go southpaw. Yeah, all right. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. More tune in for your head top, Marco. You soon know I respect. What? Is that supposed to be patois? I don't know what the fuck you just said. What up, Blaze? Mean Machine dropped him. He did not fucking... All right, now you're going to make me play it. He did not drop him, you goofball. Who's saying this? Chilaquilas. All right, I'll play it. Want me to play it? I'll play it. Crawford. I got to find it, though. Crawford meme. Let's see if I have it under meme. I don't know what I have it under. Crawford. That's a problem. I don't know what I... Is this it? Yeah, here it is. All right, you ready? This is for this punk here. I'm going to have to turn it all the way up, though. All right, here we go.
The only time Terrence Crawford got dropped. Or did he? Mother Goose tales of Bud kissing the canvas circulate like a ceiling fan. So let's slap on the surgical gloves and dissect this. 2019, my hometown at MSG. Crawford fights Egidijus Kavalauskas. Over the first 2 rounds, Mean Machine gives Terrence more trouble than integral calculus. And in round 3, Kavalauskas lands an equilibrium-shattering lead right hand, which hits Bud like a bout of vertigo, forcing him to hold. Mean Machine then follows up with a series of clubbing shots, and Crawford hits the ground. The ref instantly rules it a slip, but was it? When slow-mo unpacking this, we see that Kavalauskas sets things up by flicking a Trojan horse jab to the breadbasket. Mean Machine then feints low again, and Crawford drops his hands. But Kavalauskas instead goes upstairs with an overhand right that leaves little birdies flying around Bud's head. Crawford immediately holds tight like crazy glue to clear the cobwebs. Kavalauskas then throws a follow-up flurry to finish the job, and his 5th attempted punch gets tangled under Bud's armpit. So while throwing that 5th shot, Kavalauskas inadvertently shoulder checks an off-balance Crawford, and the force of that bump puts Bud on the ground. So was it a clean knockdown? Crawford was clearly not hurt when getting up and resuming to fight. But most importantly, Terrence did not go down from a punch. He lost his balance from a shoulder bump to the armpit, which is absolutely not a knockdown.
Clear as fucking day, that was a shoulder bump. Clear as day. He got tangled and he bumped him and he fell. Not a knockdown at all. I mean, you literally see him bump him and see his body go down. Absolutely not a knockdown. Absolutely not a knockdown. And by the way, I made this video a long time ago. I thought it was a knockdown. So I was gonna, because I knew putting a video out where somebody at Bud's stature getting dropped would get a lot of views. So I'm like, oh, let me break down how he got dropped. The only time he got dropped. But upon watching it, I was like, well, he didn't get dropped, so I can't lie. And he didn't. Simple. Simple, simple. Simple, simple, simple. I did too. Yeah, I did too. But you watch it, you see it's not. You know what I'm saying? You're right. It's not. Of course it's not. Thank you. But I mean, I'm not. You guys know I'm balanced. I'm not biased at all. Like, I actually thought it was. And like I said, I was trying to get views. Like, anything showing Bud getting dropped, they'll get mad views. But then I'm like, he didn't get dropped, though. So, this is what you say, you goofball. I just show you a breakdown with repeated zoomed in slow motion labels and guides. Slow motion zoomed in and this is what you say. Go watch the actual replay. That's your response to seeing. Where do you think I got that footage from? You're goofy. You're goofy. That's how you respond? Damn. Is that how you fight with your girl? No, I'm not. You are. You stomp out. Silly man. Alberto, shut up. Well, I'm not surprised you said that. I don't know what he said, but there's a lot of Alberto, shut up being thrown around in these chats. You don't know shit. You don't know shit about off of me watching a boxing show. You sound stupid. I like Canelo. Who are you talking? You're not talking to me, obviously. Who are you yelling at, Russell? Who's pissing you off? Bud stopped him. Then it wasn't a knockdown. It wasn't even ruled one. What's up, ruler? Yo, you never come in this room. I see you always giving me props on TBV, and I appreciate you. Do me a favor, subscribe right now. Subscribe. Turn on the notifications. I'm going live twice a day. Can have you in here. I love your energy. The ruler's back. Slick Rick, baby. How much money would it take to get you back in the ring? I don't know. Quite a bit. Why? This is why I'm a joke? Oh, okay. You better be careful. You might get blocked. Because, we're not really, I don't really like negativity in here. It's not really, that's not where we're about having fun and watching boxing, not having negativity. So, if you want to look at footage and go over it and talk about it, that's cool. But you start, being insulting. Like and subscribe. Mark, I've been working hard. Yeah, man, I'm trying. Already sub. You the man. Appreciate you. You a Slick Rick fan? Because every time I see your name, I think of Slick Rick. I know it wasn't a knockdown, but it doesn't matter anyways. Well, it matters. It matters. Slick, my God. Word up. I actually know Slick Rick's wife. I grew up with her. Do you think the winner of this fight gets to claim best fighter of the generation? No, because if Canelo wins, what are we going to say? Well, he was supposed to beat the smaller guy. You know what I mean? Even though I don't think he's smaller, but whatever. Technically, he fought as small. So no, only if Bud wins does he become the best. If Canelo wins, it's like, well, people are going to shit on him. Nah, I'm not going to block him yet. He's usually pretty cool. Just give him a little heads up not to be negative. No need for that. The punch did connect. Yeah, the first punch did. But the knockdown blow was not a knockdown blow. It was a shoulder check. Marco, I hope all the boxers are allowed to use that tank knee for breaks. They take a break. Oh, shit, that's funny. You can if you want. What's the GoFundMe for? Do it. I'm down. Most of these dudes never box, so they're running off at the mouth like women. Word. For sure, the winner. I don't know if Canelo wins. I'm not so sure it does much for him. He beats Benavidez or somebody then, or Bivol. Okay, appreciate it. How do you feel about Bud actually coming in at 168? Do you think Bud should come in a little lighter? I don't know, man. If he's walking around 185, then he probably, I don't know. His whole weight is a conundrum to me. I don't get what the fuck he's doing. Like, I can't believe he walks around so heavy, and I don't know. I have no idea what's good for his body. Who inspired you in the sense of boxing coverage? Rarely people call fights the way you do. You use I don't know. Nobody. I just like having fun, like spicing it up. Because most boxing announcers are boring. Really boring. Since Bud fans say Bud would be the top of the okay. Bivol the truth. Canelo got Bivol. Okay. I'm using their narrative against them. Canelo is taking a risk for fighting pound Bud. Okay. Bud just needs a payday. He does. Well, not really. Didn't he make a lot with Spence? That's what's up. And yeah, it makes fun. Hey. It makes fun. I appreciate it. Yo, daddy, snack ain't work. What's with the snack, guys? Come on. Don't accuse him. You don't know that. Nah, Canelo gets props too. I don't think Canelo will ever beat a top. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, he beat Triple G. Not the first time. He's beaten some top pound fighters. Triple G. Kovalev at one point was top pound for pound. Floyd, well, he didn't beat Floyd. Cotto was up there. I mean, he beat a lot of them. Yeah, they weren't pound when he fought them, but Bud is not begging Canelo. I think you meant to say beating Canelo. Any idea what venue? No, I don't know. Hopefully, I'll know soon though. Come on, man. Canelo wants the Bud fight just as bad as he wanted millions to fight Errol. He wanted over 20 million. Yeah, word. Unbiased Brim, what up? Armor, and he made that. Mr. Lightning, what up? Just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just lost my hair 2 days ago. Oh, you guys are goofy. You and Max Kellerman on no, thank you. I want to do my own thing. I don't want to piggyback off Mr. Kellerman. Nothing against him. He's great, but I want to build my own, drive in my own lane. I actually work down the street from Snack headquarters. I wish it was. I think they want to do the fight, the Al Giant Stadium in Vegas. Al Giant. Tank and Roach should be just a no contest. Yeah, but then Tank doesn't have a blemish on his record. Some people think he deserves it for taking a knee and kind of not fighting hard. Just saying. Canelo gonna thank Bud for corralling UFC. Maybe. Bud fans are the worst. Probably why I hate Bud. Really? I don't think they're any worse than. I don't know. I don't think they're any worse than a lot of other fans. Personally, what's wrong with Tank fans seem to be the most like angry and like extreme, I feel like. Fuck no, Tank took a knee because he got wobbled, obviously, because he wasn't wobbled. He got hit in the eye and he was freaking out. I think his head wasn't in it. He wasn't hurt. He was just scared that he can't see, and he didn't want to be in the ring. People so stupid. Bud been making no less than 3 or 4 mil fight in 15 years straight. Yeah, exactly. I don't think he needs the money, but who knows? Bud are going to end up on a stretcher messing with Canelo. That's possible, Junior. Possible. Could Bud possibly come in too big and Canelo come in lighter for better stamina and speed? That'd be crazy if that happened. Of course, that's possible. That's very possible. Armor Pilates. but the fans, less dedicated fans, willing to lie for a fighter. Okay. Hot dog knows the worst, so it's the tank followers. Hot dog knows? The fuck does that mean? Hot dog knows. Ew. Canelo fans the worst. They're racist and ignorant. They're ignorant? Wait, Canelo fans are racist? Okay. It's not about to be made as far. Snack thing is real. Why you see no fighters ever speaking on it? I mean, it's from what I understand, snack is just a mix of supplements, like legal supplements. No? I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Bud doesn't need the money, but he definitely wants the money. Who knows what he needs? Maybe he just invested a whole bunch of money buying shit and wants a little more to play with. That's fucked up. They call him hot dog nose. That's gross. Now I'm picturing an actual hot dog flopping down from somebody's face. Bud loses. Does it hurt his legacy? Not really. That's what I'm trying to say, Isaiah. It doesn't. It's a win-win for him. Lose-lose for Canelo, in my opinion. I wouldn't have taken the fight if I was Canelo, but Turkey's, I guess, making him an offer he can't refuse. Did Star just say that? All right. Kofi, what up? What up, Kofi? I can see Canelo being frustrated by Crawford's boxing skills, so Canelo hangs around for 12 rounds. Well, that's what we think, right? We believe if Canelo loses, it would be by him being outboxed, especially because we're under the impression he's small, he's a bigger man, and we're under the impression that he has a better chin, so he won't be able to get knocked out. So if Crawford knocks Canelo out, though, then we might be into top 10 all-time great talks. If he knocks Canelo out, doing something nobody's ever done, nobody's even come close to doing, and retires, like walks off into the sunset perfectly, doesn't come back and lose when he's older, or no goofy shit. That will be something. That would be something. All right, people, I'm out. I will catch you guys tonight, 10 p.m. Tune in. Appreciate you guys. Please subscribe if you already haven't. Hit the like button. Do all that shit that helps, the show get more and more snap, crackle, and popping like Kellogg's. Peace.